And he said to me, MEC, I will always take the first train in the morning, which is about 4. Take the first train to really arrive at school because there's no space to study at home. So I'll take the first train. I will come back in the evening with the last train. It's around midnight because there's no place to study at home. And that's what they always, those are the stories I got from them. 2 years back, we had a learner from KZN also. I mean, this one for me was very touching. I remember Bo Rose them for me to say, we're still going to take this young boy for shopping. I said, what's for shopping? Why are you taking him for shopping? He says, they said, Minister, he's got torn pants, he's got broken shoes, so we just feel that we want to help him to be presentable. And when I spoke to this boy to say, Mfanam, how did you make it? I mean, to be here, it's clear, actually it was an orphan. And he told me that actually people in the neighborhood were surprised that I'm here because they never saw me because I spent all my time reading. So no one saw me in the streets or anywhere else. The other boy who came with him from KZN was also telling me that there's not even electricity at home. So in the evening with our friends, we used to go to the police station to go and study under the mast light, because that's the only light that was there. And we would sleep the whole night under that mast light, trying to get light and read. Those are the kids who come here. So I'm really appreciative. Even our last year's top learner, I did ask that little girl who passed to say, how did you make it? And you'll just think, it's from Stellenbosch and resources or other things. Then she said, I've been preparing for this from my primary school. So it's not been an event for me to be here. It's been a journey. And every day of my life, Minister, I read my books. Every day. Since I was a child. So I'll just go and have my tennis. When I come back, I shower and just read and prepare for the next day. It says I used to take perhaps Saturday off, Sunday afternoon, then I know I have to prepare for the week. So I know you being here. So I'll just ask you how you made it out of curiosity to hear how your story is. But I know you are here because of dedication, of hard work, of commitment. And we're here to celebrate it and thank you for being the very children that you've been and representing the class of 2018. And say to you, thank you very much to the parents, thank you very much to your caregivers, but also thank you very much to the teachers. We're saying to our learners and their parents that their being here says they're the best of the best that we have produced in 2018. These are our top learners. So in case you don't know, so I'm already giving you the scoop of your results. And I'm sure you're not surprised. I sometimes get surprised. I think it's a natural one when our children get nervous and there are threats of suicide. And I said to them, did you pass your September exams? They said, no. I said, now in December, if you don't pass, there's a miracle. But then I'm sure you're not surprised because we would have worked very hard. Like the last year student who told me that her passing was not an event. It's a journey that she's been taking since she was a child. And I think as the last speaker that has said that this puts, we're not putting pressure on you, but it puts, unfortunately, huge responsibilities on your shoulders. Because it means for us as the country, we already have our cream that is supposed to take us to other heights. Is it not so? You're the best of the best. You're going to join the other best. You're going to form a critical mass with them, which is going to take our country to greater heights. So that's why we're calling you, say, there's no free breakfast. So it's just, that's why we called you here to say, you have proven to be the best, and you are putting this responsibility on your shoulders to say you're the best that is there. So we're expecting the best from you as you move forward. And as the last speaker has said, not only for yourself, yes, for yourselves, yes, for your families, but more important for the country. We're looking forward to you to take us to the 4th Industrial Revolution. We're told it's coming and it shouldn't find us unprepared. Some of us are on the way out, so we're leaving it to you to sort it out and deal with it. You have the brains, you have demonstrated you have the ability, you have the commitment, you have the dedication. It's all the things I heard from those who came before you, so I'm sure you're not going to tell me a different story to say it's a miracle. You're not here by miracles. You're here because you're very committed, capable children. So you are the ones that we're looking for that will take our country out of poverty. Is that not so? Poverty with the things of the past that we go away with. You're going to come with solutions. Yeah? Too much to ask. That's why we're here with you to say, that's what we're expecting of you. You're the best of the best. Who else can do it better than you? You're going to take us out of the underdevelopment, so we can't be called the third world forever. You are here now to take us out of that challenge of being the third world. Crime, poverty, underdevelopment, and terrified by the 4th Industrial Revolution. You are here. And it's you who's going to take us there. So we're really looking forward to that. So as a program director, I'm not giving a keynote address, but really to really thank these young people, to thank these beautiful people, to say as a country, we're really expecting a lot from them because they've proven to be the best that we have as a country. They will be joining others like them who've succeeded with great marks, with great abilities. We'll be working with those, again, with Vodacom and our partners, with those who have not done well. We've shifted the supplementary exams to June to give them more preparatory time, but that's not your story. Your story is success. So we'll deal with those tomorrow, but today we're talking about you. And as you move to the next phase of your life, we want you to remember that you have indeed proven that you are the best of the best. We have the capacity to fly higher than high, because that's what brought you here. You can imagine, more than 800,000 registered. Not even 1,000 of you are here. 800,000 registered. And not more than 1,000 of you are here. So it means you can really fly higher than high, and therefore we're expecting you, with all humility, without putting pressure, that it's in you that we're looking to see our flag flying even higher. So you are going to be our flag bearers. You are going to fly the flag of this country to greater heights because of the abilities that you have been endowed with. Your dedication, your hard work, your commitment, your focus, because that's what I hear from these Highlanders. Say, Mama was focused, didn't want anything to distract me. So it means they're focused children. So for that, again, to the parents, thank you very much for the support that you've been giving to your children. We know very well as parents, children don't raise themselves. They all come as, my brother-in-law says, they come like, slaughtered chickens with all the feathers, and you have to clean them up to be the best that you can really use. So it's all the hard work that you've put in them to make sure that they're the best that they are. And thank you very much for all that. And we really wish that all parents and caregivers can focus more in supporting us. DM will be thanking our partners. As a sector, we've been very privileged as a sector to have great corporate, great individuals who've come to the party and make education a societal issue. It's not a very easy enterprise, and without the supports of your Vodacoms, your Ntsikas, and all other people who came to the party, we'll definitely not make it. So the success that we're celebrating is not the success of DBE, but it's a national success, and that's why I'm saying to these children, you are indeed national assets. You are very valuable, and wish you all the best in your life. And thank you very much for being the children that you've been, for making us proud as the sector, making your parents proud, but also for really rising and shining and flying as high as you did. So we'll meet in the evening when we acknowledge you much more further, but for now, it was just to welcome you to Gauteng, say, because we won't have an opportunity in the evening to interact with you, except that I'll be asking you again, how did you make it? And I can tell you in 15 years, no one said, I prayed, man. I prayed, I fasted, Mama, and they didn't mention it. They didn't tell me that they went to see a seer anyway. They said we've focused, worked hard, we're diligent, and humbled ourselves to our teachers. We're not always correct. Sometimes we make things that upset you, but you know that we mean well. Even in our mistakes, we do those mistakes because we really mean well. So to our learners again, thank you, and thank you very much for making us proud. Thank you.
Let's give her another round of applause. Oh yeah, and I think it's really, really good that the minister focuses on the parents, because a writer, an author once said, it is better to raise great children than to fix broken men. And I think right here, we are raising the cream of the crop. Let's give them a round of applause. Before we go to the DM, who's a sports lover, I'm just interested, is he a Manchester United supporter or is he a Liverpool supporter? Oh, Kosi. Oh, Kosi. Oh, Kosi for life. Let me give you a car quickly. Thank you, thank you.
Indeed, the best of 2018 right there.
Pirates, boo, nothing, sorry. All right. Shouldn't mention them, 2019. Ladies and gentlemen, as you've seen, you've got these wonderful things right there on your table. Just a small little demonstration on how to put it on. I'm sure you guys have already put it on. You're probably looking for more, ne? Because I'm sure you'll get to your hood, be like, Likai, Likai, where are you? Where are you? 5 rand. All you need to do, ladies and gentlemen, just to get this onto your phone is just peel this thing right here at the back. This brown thing, once you've peeled it off, then you find a nice spot on your phone, either on the inside of your covers, because some of you have got those covers that you open up, or right at the back like I've done right here. It's a very, very nippy tool because your phone is usually everything, right? So you can also keep your cards here, and to the guys going to tertiary, you can keep the girls' numbers there too, in case you lose a SIM card and you don't know how to call her back. Yes. Yes. All right. So thank you very much, guys, for being the change that, we want to see in South Africa. As it was once said by Mahatma Gandhi, you are the change we want to see, and you guys are making us proud each and every second. But for now, before we go to our next speaker, let's get our marimba band back while you guys take a 2-minute breather to go to the lavatory and get yourself relaxed. And the lavatory, again, to those who were not here when I mentioned it, is at the back on the door that you entered, and to your left, you'll see signs that say females on the left and males on the right. Thank you. Let's get our marimba back. If we can take our seats. Please take your seats as we are about to return. Remember the hashtag? Yep, you guys definitely know what hashtag is, right? NC results 2018, right? Hashtag. Please make sure you use the hashtag NC results 2018. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. May we please give them another round of applause. I think they were also the top of their class in what they're doing right now. Come on, don't chill us. Let's give them a big round of applause. Wow. Wow. All right, before we go to the next speaker, I just want to ask just one of the students just a few questions. Hi, Ma, how are you?
Sorry.
Oh, she's like, yo. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
What is your name?
I'm Ngobile Nsimande.
Ngobile. So how does it feel to be here?
I feel so honored to be amongst the best and to be here and being celebrated by the most important people. Yes.
Thank you very much. This guy here, he said he wants to speak to me. Buddy, how you doing? What's your name?
I'm John Durand.
John, where are you from?
I'm from Stellenbosch.
Oh, all the way in Stellenbosch. Anybody else from Stellenbosch here? Hey, nobody wants to celebrate Stellenbosch. Look at the dad. He's like, damn, this son's going to embarrass me today. All right, so how do you feel to be here?
It feels quite surreal almost. I can't believe it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
I'm very happy though.
Let me ask you the minister's question. How did you get here?
Obviously hard work and dedication.
All right.
Yeah.
And did you get all the Christmas presents for being a top achiever from your dad?
Well, we got it a bit earlier though, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's not given anything yet. So.
Oh, he hasn't given anything yet? No, Dad, never. All right, let's see. This guy right here, he's like, before he gets his muffin. Hola?
Yes, sir.
Oh, grand.
And grand, Januay.
Ay, malibongwe, ikama lika Jesu. Ikama?
Ufimbazo Mihlale.
Uphuma vao jam.
From the Eastern Cape, Dutywa.
Oh, anybody from the Eastern Cape? Anybody from Tuchwa? All right. You see, people from Eastern Cape are proud to be in Joburg. You can see that. Yes! You saw Stellenbosch. Like anybody from Stellenbosch? Like anybody from Eastern Cape? Yes! Even if they're just next door. All right, so how does it feel to be here?
I'm quite excited, to be honest. It's an amazing experience. I wouldn't trade this for the world.
Oh, nice one. All right, let's check this one here. He's saying, don't come to me. Brother, how are you?
I'm fine, and yes, sir.
Good. So how do you feel being here?
I'm very, very happy, and I'm proud of myself.
Where are you from?
Eastern Cape.
Oh, also Eastern Cape. Ah, okay. You must mingle with the Joburgers and the Stellenboschians.
Yeah.
All right, sir, you with the ponytail. You know, you already look cool. You know, I wish I had your parents. My parents chisco up every day. That's why it's like this now. I had to wait. All right, what's your name, sir?
Liam Gurney.
Oh, where are you from?
I'm from Cape Town.
All the way, anybody from Cape Town here? Oh yeah. There's water now. So, buddy, so how did you get here, man? Like, how's the feeling, obviously, of being here?
It's all quite overwhelming, to be honest. Mm-hmm. It's quite a surreal experience. Not at all what I expected to be doing.
Oh, yeah? All right. So your new year has started with such an amazing experience. Let's just get him his drinking water to make sure he speaks to me. You're so tiny, brah. Like standard 6, this one, eh? Oh, grade 8. What's your name, sir?
Well, your name's Ndlovu.
Yo, with a voice, eh? Wow. If there was a course at school of being very white, he would pass already. Telling me this. So, where are you from, sir?
Newcastle, KZN.
Anybody from KZN? Yeah, we know people from KZN will make a noise until we leave. Believe me. Actually, they are happy to be away from the tourist destination. Yeah, because I'm sure everybody is in Durban right now, yeah? So, buddy, how does it feel to be here?
It's so unbelievable. No, I'm very excited. My feelings are ubiquitous and everywhere.
Okay, you see now. You decided to, you see now. You are, they just leave you there. Yeah, you ubiquitous. Thank you, sir. Hey, he just had to show off the program director. You know, like, you what? Now. Can we give them another round of applause? Wow, well, it's quite nice to actually even hear them speak, because then you can see how much they value being right here and being congratulated for the hard work that they've put in. There's nothing like appreciation. You'll see when you get to the workplace. Appreciation is everything. Ladies and gentlemen, up next, he was born in Women's Month, yeah? And in Johannesburg, he's married with 3 daughters and 5 grandchildren. I hope this is accurate, you know? And he is an avid reader and a sports lover, Kosi supporter for sure. With a special interest in soccer, cricket, and tennis. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome on stage the Deputy Minister of the Basic Education, Mr. Surdi.
I love this program director. Supports the right club. Only his attire is not corresponding. One would think he's a Pirate supporter, isn't it? Yeah, I was going to wear yellow, but I thought Vodacom would be very upset. They might think I'm from MTN. Oh, these are my speaker's notes. Well, Dumelang, Mulweni, Goeiemorgen, good morning. It's really great to be here. Minister, I should acknowledge you, and indeed we are partners in crime. The Minister says we are partners in crime, and you probably would want to know why. You see, very quietly we've been conducting a silent revolution in education. And she was the leader, commander-in-chief of this very, very important undertaking. And the reason for it is really we discovered that our education system was so fragmented, and we had to create a united, cohesive system of education. And to do that, you had to have somebody next to you that you could rely on, a good partner. And I think she's been a great leader, and I hope I've been a good partner, but together we were able to bring about change. Let me acknowledge Takalani and the senior staff of the Vodacom and Vodacom Foundation, the department officials of the Department of Basic Education, our parents and caregivers who are here, and our beautiful, bright young children who have done so well. This is what it's all about. Now, the reason why the Minister is the Minister of Basic Education, and she's been there for so long, is because she has compassion and certainly has empathy for those who are in circumstances that are less fortunate, but who are able to excel. She has made it a point during the time that she spent in the ministry to acknowledge and recognize all those who have contributed in one way or the other to the success of education. She acknowledges every year without fail the achievement of our children, and you are certainly the recipients or the beneficiaries of this particularly important celebration. She acknowledges the educators. There's a dedicated Teachers Award that occurs every year. She recognizes the role of the districts and acknowledges their contribution. She continues to give credence and certainly recognition and affirmation to those who have contributed directly or indirectly to a cohesive system of education. You are indeed the product of that valiant attempt by the Minister to bring about a system of education that can celebrate not only its ability to have provided access to millions of children, because we are about 13 million children in our system of education, but to provide quality in education. Tonight, we will all be waiting quite anxiously for the announcement of the results. We would wonder whether it's going to be Gauteng, the Free State, Western Cape, and if it's the Western Cape that comes first, they probably would celebrate. If they come third or fourth, they probably would say it was the drought, parched throats, lack of water, but we would accept any excuse and any reason. But I think what we can celebrate is that year after year we've been able to demonstrate through the hard work of our educators, of our learners, of our parents and caregivers, and all those who are associated with education, that we can indeed together make the system work. And I think today's celebration is a result, a culmination of the hard work, this journey that was spoken about, this journey for 12 years, which culminates in this celebration out here. And you were quite extraordinary. Just imagine you are the best. Best amongst 13 million learners. This morning as I traveled to the venue, I heard the IEB results were discussed. And we discovered that there were 13,000 learners who sat for the examination. Now compare 13,000 to 800,000 in the public system education. That's quite a phenomenal, significant difference. And to be able to manage a system as cohesively as we did, we certainly have to say thank you to the department officials within the Department of Basic Education and the provincial departments to have done so in such an excellent professional way. So today is, as the Minister says, about our learners, our bright learners. And I think you will remember today, but more importantly, you will remember 2018. Because nobody else would be able to do what you have done in 2018, in the year that we celebrated the centenary of Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela and Mama Albertina Sisulu. You sat for your examination in 2018, the centenary of the birth of Nelson Mandela, the father of our democracy, the first president of South Africa. And not only did you sit for your exam, you were able to achieve the excellence that we are indeed celebrating today. So always etched in your mind would be the fact that when and you'll probably be sitting with your children and your grandchildren as I do in many years to come, and say, you know, when I sat down for my matric examination, I remember very distinctly, and I was reminded by a very young Deputy Minister of Basic Education, that it was during the time that we celebrated the centenary of Nelson Mandela and Albertina Sisulu. And I think that's quite extraordinary. My task, and you'll notice that they've given me 15 minutes to say, do a vote of thanks. Now, the reason why they do that is because it's not only a thank you contribution, it's a very big thank you that they expect me to say. And what Vodacom has done with us as partners is they did the Tuma Mina long before the president spoken about it. They raised their hand, they said, call me, and indeed we called them, and they worked very, very closely with us. Vodacom and Vodacom Foundation have been wonderful partners to the Department of Basic Education. Amongst the many things that they have done is they've established with us more than 145 teacher resource centers countrywide. Every district in the country has a teacher resource center with highly efficient connectivity. It has all the amenities an educator would require in terms whereof he or she could access information. This they did without any reservation. And amongst the many partners you've heard, they are certainly the foremost and certainly the biggest contributors to the establishment of these teacher resource centers. In fact, our core or our principal resource centers in each province is indeed called a Vodacom resource center. But they've gone beyond that. We recognize, as Takalani has correctly pointed out, that we're in the fourth industrial revolution. But we discovered that some time ago, not now, not a year ago, several years ago. And we embarked on a process in terms whereof the Department of Basic Education, through the Minister of Basic Education and Vodacom, said, let's develop digital content so that our learners and our educators can access that content and enhance their ability. Many of you learners who are here might have accessed the information and the data in the eSchool program that they've launched with the Department of Basic Education. And that's a wonderful, wonderful start to what we basically prepared ourselves for. Very soon, the Minister of Basic Education, the President and the CEO, Shahid Yusuf of Vodacom, will be making an even bigger announcement. And that announcement has to do with the access and availability, free of charge, to the digital content of all textbooks from grade 1 to grade 12 that is going to be made available to everybody. And that would be unique. We can only tell you at this point in time that we're way ahead of what people thought we would have achieved in a short space of time. And again, we thank the Minister for incredible leadership and foresight to prepare us for this digital world that we would be in. So if we basically make the transition from the textbook to the iPad or the tablet, we can tell you as the Department of Basic Education, we have the data that you could download, we have it interactive, and we have it available. So that's quite remarkable. And again, Vodacom, you've been wonderful partners indeed in ensuring that the first step that was taken in this direction was a step in the FET band with the department, with Vodacom, with the Vodacom Foundation in developing content that is interactive, and thank you for that. So these are just some of the partnerships, but I think the reality is this, that we are indeed in the fourth industrial revolution. It's about three-dimensional printing, it's about artificial intelligence, it's about being innovative and creative, and indeed the challenges that our youth face when they go to a tertiary institution are quite different from those that we had. It's not about regurgitating what you've been given, it's about being creative and being problem solvers. But as we do so, and given the fact that you are now, you have written your examination in the centenary of Nelson Mandela and Mama Albertina Sisulu, one should remember that everything, and this is where I have to thank Kulani for his wonderful input, one must remember that it's also about your values and your attitudes. That it's not only about your knowledge and your skills, but it's also about your values and attitudes. And South Africa has tried worked very hard to ensure that the United Nations, UNESCO, does not ignore that reality. And for the first time, UNESCO is ensuring that in their assessment, they are including values and attitude. And the attitudes and values that Nelson Mandela and Mama Albertina Sisulu brought to us are two fundamental ones. One is that of non-racialism, to recognize that we are a diverse nation, but that we are committed to the creation of a non-racial society where we respect the dignity of each other, and we do so in an unqualified way. That's important, critical. That should be a lodestar as you look going into the future. And the second would be one of non-sexism. In other words, we should ensure that we provide equal access and opportunity to our girl learners as we do to our boy learners. And we can celebrate the fact, and I don't know what the results are for this year, I can't even announce it, but in the past year already, we've ensured that our girl learners indeed outperform our boy learners, and indeed have the majority of our passes are among our girl learners. So South Africa is quite unique in that situation, that in a matter of 25 years, they were able to turn it around to ensure that there is a non-sexist system which promotes gender equality and parity. And then again, the minister has to be thanked for that. And it's not to thank, I'm not ignoring Vodacom, but I'm recognizing at the same time the leadership of the president of the Women's League of the African National Congress, Angie Motshekga, because that is what she's done to ensure that she enhances opportunities for our girl learners and ensure that women have a place in the sun. So she's been a wonderful leader and a wonderful partner. Now, Vodacom, we must thank you for hosting this, because it's an important element in our journey to quality education. It's really to say thank you to our parents and our caregivers. We've provided the support, sustained support during the year, and I know how difficult youngsters can be, especially when there's the pressure of an examination that is so important. And I think your support has indeed made it possible. But as we do so, to recognize the incredibly important role that our educators play. They are the facilitators of learning. They are indeed the mentors and the guides to our learners. So their achievement indeed is certainly the result or a product of the hard work of educators at school as well as parents at home. So to you, we say, to parents and to educators, we say thank you very, very much, because that's important that we recognize it, and put your hands together for your parents, caregivers, and your educators. Yeah, Minister, you're right. Nothing can be achieved in life without hard work. You've got to be resolute, you've got to be determined, you have to have self-belief, you've got to ensure that it's sustained hard work that gets you where you want to be. But as you achieve that, is to remember what Lulani had said, that in fact, I'm going to teach you another word. It's less ubiquitous than technology. And that word is being egalitarian. It's not being a liberal, thinking only about yourself, but it's thinking about society and community. That whatever your aspirations and your goals and your dreams are, go beyond your self-enrichment and your self-enhancement, but goes to the community and the nation of those, particularly who are destitute and who are less fortunate. So as we listen to the narratives that the Minister has provided us about those learners from KwaZulu-Natal and the Eastern Cape who, under very difficult circumstances, were able to achieve excellence, we must remember those of us who are more fortunate, who are more affluent, that not only have we had the benefit of having parents who are educated, who are better resourced, but who have provided us with the support, that as they allowed us to achieve this status here. When we succeed in life, and I'm sure each of you are going to succeed in life, we must always and constantly remember those who are less fortunate, because those are the values of Nelson Mandela. Those are the values of Mama Albertina Sisulu. Those are the values of Angie Motshekga, and I can vouch for that. I've worked with her for approximately 15 years, except for 1 year in the Ministry of Justice. But we've been extraordinary partners, and thank you, Minister, for being such a partner. I say so now because I don't know if we're going to have that opportunity again. Firstly, to thank our brilliant learners. We've done so year after year. It has not been monotonous. It's always been exciting to us. But we don't know where we're going to be next year. But we can only wish you well for the future. Vodacom, again, for what you're doing today, this morning, what you're going to be doing this evening, what you've done in the past, and what you will continue to do in the future. We say a big thank you. I am certain that the announcement that the President and your CEO is going to make with regard to a platform for education that is digitized would be something that the nation would welcome. So kia leboga nkosi, dankie, thank you very much for your kind attention. Forgive me, there's just two things that I have to do, two small things, and besides thanking Vodacom, Stephanie Paul is an educator who has come and assisted in terms of providing sign language for the deaf. Stephanie, to you, Stephanie comes from Kwatintwa School for the Deaf. Thank you very much for making yourself available voluntarily. Let's put your hands together for Stephanie. Then there was a learner who was stranded in Paris and had to be here. We were thinking of connecting using technology, but Travel with Flair said, no, look, it's such an important event, it's such an important occasion. How are you going to deny the learner the opportunity of being part of this wonderful group of very, very exceptional learners? So they provided travel assistance and travel support. To Travel with Flair, we say thank you very, very much. I'm not promoting your products. I'm merely thanking you for bringing the learner over here. Thank you very, very much. Those are my thanks, and again, please enjoy the breakfast and the rest of the day, but listen attentively to the announcement, because I'm sure if I know my minister, she would be saying to us, it's been a long and arduous journey. This is where we were, this is where we are, And this is where we're going to. Kia leboga.
Please, students, remember the words of the Deputy Minister when he said it was a young Deputy Minister who delivered the speech. So in 20 years' time, when you are just reminiscing of your good times, just say, that young, handsome Deputy Minister who delivered that wonderful vote of thanks. And Deputy Minister, the reason we put 15 minutes is because we know you. As you say, we've done this every year, so we know you. Next year you'll see 7. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call back the Chief Officer for Corporate Affairs who has something for the Minister and the Deputy Minister. Please give her another round of applause. Let's try together, just until she gets here.
A token of appreciation for the Honorable Deputy Minister, please allow me to call you back to the stage. And the Honorable Minister, please.
You see, you make us great, the learners. We're getting from it through you.
I do not know the value of what is in the boxes. If it exceeds the value that has to be declared, please declare.
Thank you very much. May we please give Taki another round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to the breakfast, I can see some students already. I can smell it. Bacon. All those things. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to take a group photo. So if I can get also the stage assistants just to come remove the stuff so we can take the group photo here with the students and the partners just right here on stage. If I can ask you guys to please come back, Minister, Deputy Minister Taki, please come and join us once again as we take a group photo. Yeah.
Vodacom is providing quality ICT literacy training to teachers, as well as access to our digital classroom, filled with useful resources and forums, while grade 8 to 12 learners have free access to eSchool, our online learning platform, with basic education content, daily lessons and rewards.
Just today, for example, we had the benefit of launching with Vodacom a site which is accessible to all Vodacom users free of charge. It's multimedia, voice-over, data, worked in collaboration with the National Department of Basic Education. All parents, all learners have access to that site free of charge.
Let me start by thanking Vodacom, Austaki, and your team. I think you've done exceptionally well, and thank you very much for the excellent partnership that we continue to have with Vodacom, stretching from real education in the classroom to teacher centers. And I was saying to other service providers that you belong to your own league. I hope I'm not offending anyone who's one of our partners. But I'm sure that many of us have a lot to emulate from you.
There is something special about young people who see a need to do something. They see a need as an opportunity where they can be the change the world is looking for. Vodacom, we know the needs in our country are great. We also know that the need within us to make the world a better place is even greater. A chance for 20 remarkable youth to really make a difference. Working at a non-profit organization of their choice for a year. The non-profit organization will receive a grant and the volunteer a monthly stipend paid for by Vodacom. 365 days of difference. 365 days to change the world. Ready? Connecting for good.
Vodacom is providing quality ICT literacy training to teachers, as well as access to our digital classroom, filled with useful resources and forums, while grade 8 to 12 learners have free access to eSchool, our online learning platform, with basic education content, daily lessons and rewards.
Thank you very much for your patience and thank you for the wonderful pictures as we take the names. The breakfast is ready. If I can have the minister's table and the Vodacom leadership table to go and start with the breakfast. It is ready and waiting for you. And then we'll get the students to join in a moment. Thank you. Give your name? Please do remember the hashtag NSC results, or the other one that they're using is hashtag matric results 2018. We have two hashtags, hashtag NSC results, and the other one is hashtag matric results 2018. We also have a selfie booth outside. Please do not be afraid to go and use it, capture the moment, and let's save these memories forever.
This one must not misdirect you. This laptop.
No, no.
Yeah.
Not at all. While we eat, if I can get the marimba band to come back and just give us a few notes.
Yes, you know, otherwise you leave everything behind all over. There's a lot of them around. There's a lot of if I didn't do it enough,
Next year, I'll be like myself.
only next year. But it's a new year, so you might as well start now. There's no better time than tomorrow.
Tell her now, and then next year when you see Bona Singa.
She gets annoyed.
Oh, she doesn't like gym.
She says that. I want to. I'm upset.
Oh, you want to gym? And here she is. She's making a video for us.
I'll send you a video just to motivate you. Get you. That I don't video. What is this pulse?
Oh, this is chicken. Serious?
This could be pork.
They must label so we can see.
Yeah, what if we like? We are not pork people.
Oh, but there I know again.
You know, I think they just like attracted to me. You know, like when you've got the energy that just, you know,
whatever
like
you
my
accept
boy
what
kid
you
there,
want.
my boy kid there just profiled you into like effortless.
But yeah, I love eggs. Like I can't. I tried. Yes, Manila, and I'm going to.
How much is that different?
I'm going to have bread. Have rice. No, but it's going to be too much.
Even to find my soul, told her I had to go. And I know it ain't pretty when our hearts get broke. Too young to feel this old, watching us both turn cold. Oh, I know it ain't pretty when two hearts get broke. Yeah, I know it ain't pretty when two hearts get broke.
I hope someday we'll sit down together and laugh with each other about these days, these days. All our troubles we'll lay to rest and we'll wish we could come back to these days, these days. These days, these days. These days, these days.
3 years of ups and downs, nothing to show for it now. And I know it ain't pretty when the fire burns out. Calling me when I'm drunk, remind me of what I've done. And I know it ain't pretty when you're trying to move on.
Yeah, I hope someday we'll sit down together and laugh with each other about these days, these days. All our troubles we'll lay to rest and we wish we could come back to these days, these days. Oh, I know, I know. Oh, I know, I know. Oh, I know, I know. These days, these days. Oh, I know, I know. Oh, I know, I know. These days, these days.
Cigarettes in the ashtray, reminiscing on those past days. I thought you didn't know with my last name, but that changed. And I traveled around the world, think where you living at now. I heard you moved to Austin, got an apartment and settled down. And every once in a while, I start texting, write a paragraph, but then I delete the message. Think about you like a pastime. I could cry you a river, get you baptized. Or I wasn't ready to act right. Used to always think I'd get you back right. They say that things fall apart. We were gonna move to Brooklyn, you were gonna study art. Love is just a tool to remind us who we are, and that we are not alone when we're walking in the dark.
I hope someday we'll sit down together and laugh with each other about these days, these days. All our troubles we'll lay to rest. We wish we could come back to these days, these days. We wish we could come back to these days, these days, these days.
I know you moved on to someone new. Hope life is beautiful. You were the light for me to find my truth.
You call me all friendly, telling me how much you miss me. That's funny, I guess you've heard my songs. Well, I'm too busy for your business. Go find a girl who wants to listen. Cause if you think I was born yesterday, you have got me wrong. So I cut you off, I don't need your love. Cause I already cried enough, I've been done, I've been moving on since we said goodbye. I cut you off, I don't need your love. So you can try all you want. Your time is up, I'll tell you why. You say you're sorry, but it's too late now. So save it, get gone, shut up. Cause if you think I care about you now, well boy, I don't give it up. I remember that weekend when my best friend caught you creeping. You blamed it all on the alcohol. So I made my decision, cause you made your bed, sleep in it. Play the victim and switch your position. I'm through, I'm done. So I cut you off, I don't need your love. Cause I already cried enough, I've been done, I've been moving on tell you why.